Not even 24 hours after Cornell made the news with Matthews, TRETTER'S time may be now. Reports are running rampant in the NFL and in Green Bay that the Packers will give the first shot to TRETTER to be their starting center. Chemung County Sports Hall of Fame enshrined the class of 2014. Now with each new member comes a great story, and we weren't disappointed. The National Baseball Hall of Fame, the Big Hurt Frank Thomas made a special appearance up here today. All right, well, best of luck to Allison. She is something special. Well, speaking of special, the Notre Dame boys basketball team is off the States. Kind of like Uncle Sam, head coach Bill Hopkins wants you. Hey, thanks a lot, Josh. We're here to kick off our Super Bowl coverage of Super Bowl 47 down here in New Orleans for WNY TV Sports, brought to you by Simmons Rockwell. We're going to send you off with the #2 moment of all time here in NASCAR history at Watkins Glen International. You know, 2 months is a long time to not play at home. The last home game for Elmira College women's hockey, November 23rd. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Well, the New York Jets returning to SUNY Cortland for the 4th time in 5 years. You know, having one player from the Twin Tiers play at the Division I level is a pretty big deal. But 2, that's an even bigger deal. When your back's against the wall, you see what you're made of. St. Bonaventure men's basketball still alive in the A-10 tournament. And today, their hopes of the NCAAs were on the line versus top-seeded St. Louis. A-10 quarterfinals, this one down to the wire, second half. Bonnie's with a 2-point edge. Matthew Wright coming up big. He gets the steal and the finish from deep. St. Bonaventure in the lead. Under a minute to go now. Wright was not done. Here he is hanging around from the corner. 38 seconds left of the game. Time for the right stuff, and it counts. The Billikens not going away. Dwayne Evans, he's not going to shoot this from here, is he, to tie the game? Oh, yes, he is. He ties it up. We're tied at 68 with just seconds left. The Bonnies trying to stay alive. And in the end, Jordan Gathers, he had just 2 points all day for the win. Yes, St. Bonaventure alive and well, 71-68. They're off to the semis. That right there, all out madness. Well, Major League Baseball is starting to hit its stride. It was opening day in Flushing for the New York Mets. And there's no better way to usher in 2014 than a win at home. Washington at New York. The Mets are 20-2 in their last 22 home openers to start a season. Bottom one, pick it up 2 on for Andrew Brown. Now, this guy was a late starter due to injuries, and he makes them pay. A 3-run shot gone.
I can't hear the crowds and the other distractions going on. I'm really just focusing on the game.
What if you loved a sport? And what if all you could hear was this? In 1984, goalie Jeff Mansfield was born deaf. For decades, he's battled his disability for the love of the ice.
Growing up, I loved playing hockey because it was the one time being deaf that it doesn't matter, I could play and it didn't matter. I've had a deaf girlfriend for about 8 years, so I'm kind of familiar with deaf culture and whatnot. I still can't imagine what it would be like to be out there on the ice and playing and being deaf.
To not have one of your senses in a game that's all about having sense has got to be tremendously hard.
Jeff played college hockey at Princeton, where he was the 2005 Disabled Player of the Year, and last week he tried out for the Elmira Jackals. But what matters most, he's still fighting.
Sometimes I don't know where the puck is going to go. I need to react like that real fast. And the other tough thing is that the entire team is depending on the goalie, so it's his responsibility. But he loves that part.
In a fairy tale ending, Mansfield would make the Jackals. He didn't. But to appreciate his impact, you don't need to hear it, just see it.
Being deaf is not the end of the world. Look at Jeff coming out here and playing. It really doesn't matter that he's deaf.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for what he's trying to do and the passion he has for the game. You know, it speaks volumes.
And Jeff Mansfield's message, you can hear it loud and clear.
If someone says, no, you can't do it, I arrive and I try and I show them a way that I can do it, how it's possible being deaf.
I'm tall and me.
I'm strong, and it makes me strong, and I can swim.
Dreams, hopes, desires. Things that have driven Horsehead's Nate Ford his entire life. Born with Down syndrome, a genetic disorder that alters speech and intelligence. Ford's fight has been waged since the beginning.
Would my son ever even know my name or know that I was his mother? Thankfully, that was not the case. He has been nothing but joy.
His love is unconditional. It's not based on appearance. He's ready to love anybody,
and it doesn't matter who you are, Nate loves them all.
But Nate's love came back to him.
Yeah.
Sports changed his life forever, giving him a purpose and a time to be one of the guys.
Ball, too.
Football and basketball,
Yeah.
and bowling,
Yeah.
and volleyball. You just were in volleyball.
Communicating with others, that hasn't been easy.
And we have tried alternative communication devices, sign language. You know, he's had speech therapy 4 times a week since he was 9 months old.
One of those methods includes a verbal app on his cell phone to help.
Yeah, breakfast.
Snack.
You know, you're designed the way you are, and I think God says, you know what, I made you unique, and I'm gonna do great things with you.
And Ford has done great things. Last year, he won a gold medal in swimming at the Special Olympics, gone to college in Wisconsin, and Nate dropped nearly 30 pounds.
Either take what's given to you in life and just become a victim, or you can stand up and say, yes, this is hard. This is a difficult thing, but I can do it. I love you.
As for Nate, he continues to do it, one day and one lap at a time.
Me, I'm teeth.
A lot of people have helped me, so go for it.
Alright.
Do it for the team.